These might be the best lightning connector earbuds on the market. Let's check them out. Dave Taylor here, and I want to talk about audio, but I want to talk about audio specifically for modern iPhones because the 7, the 8, and soon the 10 have one thing in common, and that is no audio jack, no 3.5 millimeter plug. Crazy, right? Well, not so much, because it turns out you can use Bluetooth devices, and there's a ton of Bluetooth headphones out there that are really nice. But you can also use your lightning connector, and your phone comes with a little teeny tiny adapter. I actually really can't stand that, and it's like the worst adapter I've ever seen from Apple because it's so thin. The wire is so flimsy. I'm convinced that even just a couple of days of use, the thing's going to be trashed. Turns out though that some companies are actually designing headphones with a lightning connector instead of a 3.5 millimeter connector, and that's really smart. So what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at the One More dual driver active noise cancellation lightning in-ear headphones. That's a mouthful. The most important piece of this though is that the connector on these is actually a lightning connector. This is an MFI certified lightning connector, so they've really done it right. It's going to work perfectly, honestly, with every Apple device that has a lightning connector. So this will work with an iPad. No worries. You don't have to worry about it only being for the latest generation of iPhone or anything. It'll work with anything, which is really good because boy, it sounds great. But before we get there, let me just show you the box really quickly because One More always does a great job with their packaging. So it comes in an outer envelope, and then you pull that out and you get this. Looks a little bit like a book, and you open this up and you can see that it actually has space for the headphones themselves. It has a little leather carrying pouch. It's actually more like a box. I think it would work really well for slightly smaller than normal playing cards. And then it comes with a ton of different ear tips. In fact, there are 4 secure ear tips and 4 pillow ear tips. So there's 8 choices other than the pair that actually show up by default on your actual headphones. Now, this has some other really cool tricks up its sleeve. So let me get it apart. And of course, like anything with wires, yeah, it can tangle, but it's pretty easy to untangle. They have a tangle-free wire here, and it's sort of, I don't know, it's almost like a fabric cover to it. It's a nice, it all feels really strong. And so then on the ear parts, the earbuds themselves, these actually, the right one has a little microphone in line, so that's an easy way to tell which one goes in which ear. And then the other one's for your left ear. And then what's really cool is that, hang on, I can't talk with those in my ear. But what's really cool is that they have this inline controller that is deceptively sophisticated, because you look at it and you say, one button, seriously, one button? But it's not a button. It's actually like a little teeny tiny joystick, and you can move it in different directions to get different functionality, and you can push it. So this one control lets you manage answer or hang up on phone calls. Remember, it has a microphone. Sounds really nice on phone calls. Volume up and down, pause or play, and next or previous track, all controlled by that one button. And on the side of the control is how you can turn on and off active noise cancellation. Now, if you don't know what ANC is, it's really slick. So a lot of companies talk about what they call passive noise cancellation, and what that basically means is that it's going to cover your ears so well or be in your ears so firmly that you can't hear anything else. And that's not really great, nor is that generally very comfortable. Active noise cancellation means the system has its own circuitry where it's monitoring the ambient sound around you and canceling out those waves. So what this means is that if you plug this into your phone and then you put them in your ears, you don't even need to turn on any music, and you will automatically and instantly hear all the background sound just sort of recedes, which is really nice. Now, Turns out the actual audio is way better than that, because this is high-res audio. Even if you don't have a high-res audio source, if you're just using your phone, it's going to sound really terrific. As with all of these sort of headphones, I will tell you, experiment with different ear tips to get the ones that fit you the best. But I can tell you, these are some of the best sounding ear tip headphones, earbuds, whatever you want to call them. These are some of the best sounding units I've ever plugged into my phone. And I really, really like these. And these are the One More dual drivers. And what else can I tell you? The microphone, the inline microphone, is actually a MEMS microphone. So it has some sophisticated circuitry to get rid of echo, get rid of some background ambient noise too. And here's the other thing that's really amazing, is they actually have a DAC built into this too. Now that's a digital analog converter, and that's a generally high-end audio piece that gives you more dynamic headroom and more sound and just a richer, fuller sound, and it's built in. So it's like yet another reason these sound so good when you listen to your music. So let me just talk a little bit about the sound. These have a really full and shockingly good bass response, and it's not thumpy bass like a disco. Some headphone companies will tune their devices to give it like that discotheque or dance hall sort of sound. This just has a really full, rich response all the way from very low frequencies all the way up to the highs, without it being without it being too bright or tinny. So you can turn these up pretty loud and they're going to sound really, really good. I don't recommend listening super loud, but you can do that with these. And even at a low volume, they sound really nice. I really, really am impressed with these. So before I tell you about the price, let me ask you two things. One, please click the subscribe button. And two, if you don't mind, also click that thumbs up if you can see it, because I appreciate when you vote up my videos. Very handy. Now, the only thing left to talk about with these is the price. And these are the One More dual driver lightning connector headphones. And on Amazon, they'll set you back $149.99. But you know what? If you want to hear really good audio and you listen to music all the time, that is not much of an investment to really get something you will unquestionably enjoy. So, this is Dave Taylor. I'm heading back to my music now, and I'll catch you in my next video.